got a treat for you guys today. All right, back with another tier list. All right, and today we're doing basically a gas tank tier list. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. Okay, starting with Cain Velasquez. Now, Cain Velasquez obviously was pretty sure a light heavyweight, wasn't he? But honestly, man, in my opinion, Cain Velasquez goes here 5 rounds. And by the way, only a select few fighters is going up at the top, okay? But Cain Velasquez, he had great cardio. Cain Velasquez, yeah, Cain Velasquez could definitely do 5 rounds, barely any sweat. He could keep the same high intensity pace for 5 rounds, no sweat, okay? He could out wrestle you for 5 rounds, no sweat. He could, and Cain Velasquez, his fighting style was he would basically, you know what I mean, he would pressure you the whole fight. He would never let up, you know what I mean. He's always pressuring. He's always looking to get shots off, get takedowns, whatever, you know. 5 rounds, no sweat. Everybody knows that though. Derrick Lewis, lungs like deflated balloons. Derrick Lewis has one of the most, especially in his recent fights, he always has. But his recent fights, man, literally, bro, okay? He can't even make it out of round 1 without huffing and puffing. He can't even make it out of 1 round without huffing and puffing, okay? Like he's been a lifelong cigarette smoker for 40 years. He's getting ready to develop COPD, all right? This guy, I don't know, man. He needs to lose some weight or something. I don't know what his problem is, but his cardio is terrible. It gets to the point where, like I said in the previous video, he just lays down and just takes TKOs so he can finish the fight. That's how tired he gets. Let's do Francis Ngannou though next, bro. We already know his cardio is terrible. Francis Ngannou, let's bring this down a little bit. Francis Ngannou, man, I'll be honest, in his earlier fights, his cardio was kind of not that good. In his earlier fights, his cardio kind of was not that good, especially like, for example, in his first fight against Stipe Miocic, you know, Francis Stipe won. You notice in the first round, he came out all guns blazing, and then, you know, round 2 and 3, he started to waddle around. He was getting real tired, and you know, he wasn't having as much strength in his punches no more. I don't know, man. In my opinion, bro, I don't know if people are gonna disagree or not. I really didn't give a shit, you know what I mean? Because I do these shits for fun. I'm good for 2. Actually, let's redo this. Hold up. I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds. All right, we'll do it like there. I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds. We'll put Francis there. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I personally feel as if Francis Ngannou had to have a full 5-round fight, I feel like by round 4, he would not have the same power in his punches. And honestly, to tell the truth, you can't say that for every fighter. Some fighters just got God-gifted cardio, but you know, I feel like the first 1, maybe even 1 to 2 rounds, he's very dangerous. He can knock you the fuck out. He knocks most people out 1 to 2 rounds. But rounds 3 and beyond, I feel like he wouldn't be as dangerous. He'll be plopping around and stuff. You know what I mean? Like his punches will be a lot slower, a lot less powerful. You know, that's how I feel about that. Khabib, I'm not gonna lie, man. He's top 2 for sure. He's in the top 2 right here. But honestly, I'm sorry to all you Islam Dagestani fucking, you know, I don't know, bro, who's gonna be watching my channel, but to you Dagestani, you know, loving motherfuckers, bro, do not get in my comment section and cause a whole uproar and shit. Listen, I'm sorry, but he's going in 5 rounds, no sweat, but he's not going in the good fight all night, okay? We're gonna put him in 5 rounds, no sweat. Some people would even say probably that maybe could even be potentially, you know, generous, but you know, we're putting him in 5 rounds, no sweat. I mean, everybody knows Khabib's style. This is one thing about Khabib that I always admired, which is you knew what the hell he was gonna do when he got in the octagon, but once that cage door closed, once the cage closed, you couldn't stop it. You knew he was gonna run. Now, I won't say run, but you knew his game plan was to pressure you and get a fucking takedown and maul you all night and lock you down on the fucking mat where you couldn't get on the octagon floor where you couldn't get the fuck up and just fucking like literally unleash the most vicious fucking ground and pound ever known in UFC history, and you couldn't do nothing about it, bro. And to be honest, unlike is he here? Yeah, he is there, bro. There's someone else on the list that is has a style similar, but has an even more high pressure style and even more better cardio. But Khabib, you know, with his style, constantly going for takedowns, constantly, you know, trying to hold people down, constantly, you know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't need to go too much longer about Khabib, and I'm not trying to glaze it up. You know, 5 rounds, no sweat, that's easy. McGregor, I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds. That's how. For example, McGregor, this, by the way, this is something I'm gonna talk about in another video coming up. But this is something that, with me personally, I'm worried about against Max Holloway. This second fight coming up in July 11th, I believe it is. Okay, McGregor has always been a fighter who has had elite accuracy, precision, and power somewhat. But one thing about McGregor that if you really watch the MMA you watched back then, you know, is that in like the second, third, or let's say about maybe the third, fourth beyond rounds, McGregor was, at least the fights I watched, because I watched the fights, bro, he always, I won't say he gets god awfully tired, but he always slows down in like the later rounds. Okay, for example, I'll give you a good example. Go back and watch Diaz, you know, Diaz McGregor 1. Also, go back and watch Diaz McGregor 2. Now, Diaz obviously has some of the greatest cardio we've ever seen, but go back and watch those fights, guys. You cannot sit up here and tell me with a straight face that round 1, and maybe even some round 2, McGregor was coming out with that karate style, guns blazing, you know, all being all quick and shit, you know what I mean, slipping hooks, you know what I mean. You can't tell me he wasn't coming out all guns blazing, you know, light on his feet, you know, moving back and forth, you know, hitting Diaz, piecing him up with the, you know, that lethal rear, you know what I mean, slipping off of angles and shit. You can't tell me he wasn't doing that. And you're not going to tell me that in round 3 he wasn't, instead of light on his feet like this, he was kind of like this. There's a big difference. McGregor, when he's fresh, you know what I mean, prime McGregor, I'm going to show y'all. Prime McGregor, kind of like this, you know what I mean, light on his feet, slipping, you know what I mean, shit like that. When he gets tired, he's not lying on his feet no more. He's kind of like, you know, he's kind of like this, just plotting around, kind of like the heavyweights do, you know what I mean. You will notice a pattern, okay? I know what the fuck I'm talking about. You will notice this pattern in McGregor's fights. The fights specifically, let me be specific, that he didn't knock his opponents out in the first or second round. You will notice patterns where whenever the fight turned into like 4 rounds, 5 rounds, he would kind of, which by the way, it happens, bro. That's the fighting game, bro. That's how it happens, bro. Not everybody is God gifted with Diaz brothers fucking, you know, stamina and shit and gas tank. That happens, that's kind of normal. But yes, he definitely slows down for sure in the later rounds, okay? Just like Francis Ngannou, he's the most dangerous in the first 3 rounds. But I'm not gonna keep talking about this. We do have to move on here, okay? I don't want to make this fucking 30 minutes. We're gonna do both the Diaz brothers at the same time, guys. This is a no-brainer. Could fight all night, okay? Could fight all night. Could fight all night. We don't have to waste too much time with this, all right? Could fight the fuck all night, all right? It don't matter. These guys did, either both of them or one of them, Nate or Nick, they did fucking triathlons. If you guys don't know what a triathlon is, go search it up, bro. It's one of the most fucking hardest, most endurance-based shits in terms of sports, I guess, or competitions you will ever do in your life, bro. These shits is just as bad as those little fucking real long-ass distant runs that they be doing, like the David Goggins type shit, bro. Listen, these guys, I'm not sitting up here saying that they are, you know, that they're, this isn't about fighting skill either. Let's just point this out. This isn't about skill. This is just about cardio and just straight up cardio and gas tank. These guys could fight all night, bro. This is not something that you can dispute. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I made this video before. It was a long time ago. It's deleted now. But there was a guy in my comment section who got real fucking mad because I put them in the second, like 5 rounds, no sweat, instead could fight all night. And he was right, bro. These guys can fight all night. Just like merab dvalishvili. I fucked his name up, bro. But merab. I'm not gonna try to say that in a minute. No more. Merab is, there's nobody topping him on his list. Merab has fucking full sparring sessions before fucking actual fights, and he still goes in there and can do 5 rounds no sweat. I feel like Merab, if he was to have a 10-round fight, if the UFC was to do, which has never happened, if they was to do a 10-round fight, Merab would get in that bitch, fight all 10 rounds, take fucking attempt 50 takedowns, do whatever the fuck he feels like, and still be jumping up and smiling, you know, by round 9, bro. Merab could fight fucking all night. Anybody trying to dispute that I'm fucking wrong, you're an absolute fucking imbecile, okay? I know what the hell I'm talking about, alright? This guy could fight all night. Nobody can dispute me with this one. You can say I'm wrong with anybody else on the list, but Merab could fight all night. You can't tell me nothing else, alright? Do not try to tell me he can't fight all night, alright? You're wrong, okay? Thank you very much. Let's move on. Tai Tuivasa. Ooh. Tai Tuivasa, man. Ooh. Who's worse? We'll say go do some cardio, okay? In my opinion, man, I don't know. This is tough, bro. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Deadass, it's close. Who has the worst stamina? Tuivasa or Derek Lewis? Who has the worst stamina? In my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 videos, I've been low-key dragging Derek Lewis through the mud, but I'm gonna like, deadass do him a favor in another tier list coming up. Did I just fuck my TV up? Anyways, we're gonna put him and go do some cardio, alright guys? Because, you know, these guys are low-key. What the fuck happened? Oh shit, I just fucked my shit up. Don't worry, I kinda having malfunctions and shit on my TV, but don't worry. Anyways, let's move on. Tom Aspinall, I'm good for 3 rounds. We'll put him smack dab in the middle. And let me tell you something about Tom Aspinall. You're gonna notice a pattern here, and let me show you guys something. We're gonna notice a pattern. You notice with Tom Aspinall that just like for instance Ngannou and Conor McGregor, first of all, he has the shortest average fight time in UFC history. And that right there, by the way, is exactly why I'm putting him. I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds, okay? That's why I'm putting him there, okay? Because to tell you the truth, the longest fight he's ever had is what, 2 rounds, right? Or was it 3? You guys let me know. I think it was 2-3 rounds. It's the longest fight he's ever, longest amount of rounds he's ever went. 2-3 rounds, maybe 2 rounds, bro. Anyways, you get my point. We have never seen him go 4 rounds before, let alone fucking 5 or have a full 5-round championship fight, okay? So I'm gonna tell you this right here, and I'm serious. When he does the rematch with Cyril Gane, maybe I can update this list, but to be honest, it's a very big question mark with Tom Aspinall. We have never seen him do a full 4-round or 5-round fight, okay? So we really don't know how good his cardio really is, okay? Now, if you listen to Tom Aspinall speak on his YouTube channel shit, he always says, oh, I'm ready for a 5-rounder. I'm ready for a 5-rounder, okay? So we'll see, man. We will have to see in the future. I don't really know, man. So I'm just sitting him smack dab in the middle, bro. Tony Ferguson, man. Come on now, y'all. Wait, give me a second. Tony Ferguson, come on now, y'all. That's easy, baby. That's easy. Tony Ferguson is easy and could fight all night. Again, any of you fucking donkeys trying to tell me in the comment section that I'm wrong, you are an absolute imbecile. You're an idiot. Absolute fool. Okay? Now, Ilia Tutora. I fucked that up. Ilia Tutora. Alright, Ilia Tutora. Let me stop disrespecting him, okay? I'm dead ass. Let me stop disrespecting him. Ilia Topuria, man. Now, where do I rank him above these guys? He's going in, I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds. Move, man, seriously. In my opinion, bro, we'll put him up here. We'll put him up top. No, we'll put him up top. Can I put him up top? My God. Okay. For instance, Ngannou. What am I thinking? And we'll arrange it like this. These guys are kind of tied, okay? McGregor and Tom. This is what it's looking like. The cardio tier list, okay? Ilia Topuria. I think that to tell you the truth, man, I'm going based off of, again, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but he has his average fight time is not Tom Aspinall's, but a lot of his opponents in his UFC career he has knocked out within the 1st or 2nd round, okay? So to be honest, all the way up until the Justin Gaethje fight, he didn't really have too many fights where he had to have a very, very long drawn out fight or whatever. The Justin Gaethje fight, so he only had 2 decisions in his entire career, bro. One was the Josh Emmett, which he didn't look like he, in the Josh Emmett fight, he didn't really look like his cardio was getting, I don't know. I'm gonna stick him in, I'm that very tippy top of, I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds, bro. The only reason, honestly, I think he's good to stay here. The reason why he's not like the bottom of 5 rounds, no sweat, in my opinion, is because of the simple fact that, you know, with his most recent fight against Justin Gaethje, to be honest, it did. And I'm just gonna be honest, it could be because it could be because the weight jumped, the lightweight. But I feel like Ilia Topuria, he looked like he didn't have as much of a gas tank as he did at 145 against Justin Gaethje. By mean, let's be honest, guys, getting it fucking smashed in your face over and over. You know what I mean? Feeling like you're getting hit by a fucking 18-wheeler semi-truck by Justin Gaethje over and over, and getting your fucking your orbital, well, I think that's what it's called, your orbital bone fucking broke and shit. That's gonna make you kind of tired. Getting hit in your fucking jaw over is not gonna be good for your breathing. You could also argue his nose might have been broke too. You know what I mean? So I mean, when your nose gets broke, you can't get as much air in. I don't really know, bruh. You know, he's only had 2 decisions in his career, UFC career at this point. His first ever UFC fight, and then against Josh Emmett. You know, most of his fights ended in TKO. He knocked people out or he submitted them. And hey, man, nothing else to say about Ilia Topuria. I think he's good, and I'm good for 2 to 3 rounds. Listen, this is the tier list right here, the gas tank tier list, man. If y'all want me to make a part 2 in the future, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, I will always look forward to, like, you know what I mean, I do this for y'all. I do this for you guys' entertainment, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I will, as always, most definitely make another one for you guys, all right? You know what I mean? So feel free to give me any ideas as well. Let me know if you want part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, leave a like, go ahead and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, okay? And the last thing, as I always say, is if you guys agree or severely disagree with any of my rankings in this video, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below, you know what I mean, and get a conversation started down there. And without further ado, I appreciate you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.